Today in The Sims 4, we are speedrunning the Rags to Riches challenge. Well, except this challenge has no rules, and we can do whatever we want to make money. But the catch is we only have 24 hours to do so. This is our Sim Bonnie. She's outgoing, she's creative, and she has the newer practice makes perfect trait, which means she should build skills a little faster than normal Sims. I unlocked this through those weird daily rewards we were getting for a little bit. This Sim has no relationships, she has no skills, she has no job, and she has 0 simoleons. So we're gonna take 24 hours in Sim time. It's currently 4:26 on a Monday right now. We're gonna try and make as much money as we possibly can, and then we're gonna try and build a house with it. I've done this challenge like years ago, and I think I made around 10K, so my goal is to beat at least that. So for my first order of business, we're going to take some photos. I guess we'll start by taking selfies. What do you mean we have no photography skill? Oh my gosh, she's so cute. I love the little bows in her hair. The hair is by OK Rue, by the way. Oh, and look, she's already feeling really focused. Amazing. So we're gonna sell these photos. We've got 39 simoleons from that. And realistically, since the game doesn't have to unpause while I'm taking these photos, I could just keep doing this all day. Wait, these ones only sell for $9? What happened? Okay, what if this time we try and take a regular photo? Not a selfie. We'll see if there's any real difference. Oh my gosh. Okay, what do we have going on around here? We have Sim in green pants and socks. Sim just waiting for the bus. Girl Scout Sim. Let's put a filter on this thing. House I want, home I have. All right, let's sell those. 24 simoleons. Okay, yeah, this is a very slow way to make money, but we gotta start somewhere. My next idea was to get some roommates. The last time I did this challenge, I basically tried to get married as quickly as possible, and it didn't really pay off that much. But if we get a bunch of roommates and move them in, I don't even have to get married, and then we get their money. So I started introducing myself to every nearby Sim. Also, why is everybody bald? I'm also going to be pausing a lot just so that time doesn't fly by on us. And let's come back to that photo idea. It used to be really easy to take selfies with other Sims, and then your relationship would just skyrocket with them. They kind of fixed it so it's not as easy to do that anymore, unfortunately. But let's see if it works at least a little, and we'll still be making money from that. I'm hoping this can be my potential roommate squad. Okay, so we have our roommates here. Oh no, he's photobombing me. I'm selling those pictures for 28, and yeah, our relationship did not skyrocket like it used to. We're gonna have to find other ways to do this. I think so I'm not just standing in the middle of the street. I'm going to add them to a group, and let's go somewhere new. Let's try and check out the gym. I'm thinking there might be a lot of new people there. I'm bringing everyone I know. I don't even really need a love interest here. We just need friendship, which should be easy, right? That is not appropriate gym wear. Oh my gosh, 1 second. What the heck? This girl is an alien and she's married. I'm pretty sure everyone that I've chosen to hang out with is married, which means if I ask them to move in with me, I'm gonna be breaking up some families here. This is gonna be a lot harder than I thought. Okay, well, at least this lot has like a singles hangout trait, so maybe we'll end up with more single friends that are willing to move in with me like today. Oh my gosh, Knox! I know you need a home. I love Knox, one of my favorite townies for sure. Who the heck is this? The name is Lou Howells. I'm assuming he's of werewolf descent. Oh no. All right, I have a good feeling about these two as well. I'm adding them to my group so they don't leave, hopefully. And I'm gonna just talk to them about things that I know that they like. We're gonna compliment the form happening here, even though he's falling off the treadmill every 2 seconds. Oh wait, she acquired the romance skill. Knox is feeling flirty. All right, this is actually going pretty well. We've got some flirting happening between Bonnie and Knox. Our relationship with Lou is slowly going up as well. It's getting a little late, but I'm wondering if they want to come over to my house. This is like the most random group here. I'm kind of loving them. I also don't think I've ever had Lou in my game before. Let me do a little research quick on Lou. So coming to the Sims 4 wiki, Lou does come from the Sims 4 werewolves. He lives in Moonwood Mill, but he does not have a house. So I mean, perfect candidate for my situation. He's part of the Wildfangs wolf pack, and his bio is actually insane. It says, shortly after Lou's arrival in Moonwood Mill, he tries to impress his date Celine by taunting the town's notoriously feral werewolf, Greg. Bad idea. Basically, because of his mischievous ways, Greg turned him into a werewolf, and that's what happened. Knox Greenberg, on the other hand, lives with his two mothers in Evergreen Harbor. However, he's unemployed. He definitely has a tie to Evergreen Harbor. He is an eco-lifestyle enthusiast, but I mean, we did find him here in this world, so maybe he's already cleaned up Evergreen Harbor and now he's coming to a different world to help there. So I spent the night getting to know these two in the middle of the street. In reality, this would be a terrible idea. The red flags are there, the alarms are going off, but these two are probably two of the most down-to-earth townies I've ever met in the game, and they're all in somewhat similar situations. So I think this could all work out. Nog says the gardening skill, that could come in handy if I could get them to move in fast enough. We'll take a few more pictures together. Oh my gosh, the fact that Lou's in the background. Wait, this is adorable. Interesting. Wait, why are these like very flirty? The romance bar isn't even there. Okay, I'm finally able to ask both of them to join my household, so we're gonna do that. Hopefully they both say yes. We've literally just been chilling on the streets all night, so yes, I think it's working. All right, so we are bringing in Lou. We're taking that 20,000 simoleons. Keep this part in mind for later. So Lou's on board. Let's see if Knox is willing to leave Evergreen. Oh yes, he is. Oh no, I cannot take your parents, but I am gonna take all your money. I'm so sorry. Well, I could bring them too. I'm pretty sure they've got a pretty nice gardening skill happening, but I kind of like what's going on over here. I think I'm gonna leave this as it is. Oh my gosh, wait. Lou has learned more about Knox and is now attracted to him. Hold on. We may have accidentally ended up with a love triangle situation happening here, but the good news is now we can come over and start building our house. I also think I could go ahead and sell all of the landscaping here because I just randomly moved onto this lot. This is how it came. That's an extra 1,000 simoleons. We definitely got a little extra there. So this is a 50 by 40 lot. We're building in Ciudad Emerada, which is the new Lovestruck world. What kind of home are we gonna build for these three? I want to combine all of their aesthetics. We have Knox clearly with the eco-friendly nature kind of vibe, Bonnie with the preppy pink, almost light academia sort of feel, and we have Lou with the grungy werewolf vibe. Okay, so let's start off with our shell. I'm not gonna go for anything too ambitious just yet because I still want to have room to grow, but at the same time, we are going to be needing 3 bedrooms. I think my goal with this is going to be like a cutesy, eco sort of cottage with a tiny bit of that grungy feel. 36,000 is a decent amount of money in The Sims 4 to start with. Like regular starter homes are around 20k, and this is going to be quite a bit bigger than that. Plus, even though we're starting with this, I know our Sims are not done yet. I have full faith in them. Looking at their skills, I know Knox already has level 3 of the gardening skill, so we can totally lean into that. Lou has a decent fishing skill, so maybe we can send him off to do some of that as well. And whenever I'm building on a budget, I like to do something a little funky with my roofing because it costs no money, and obviously it's an easy way to make your house look more interesting. So I'm gonna be raising up the slope on these a little bit. I'm copying and pasting a smaller one onto that front bump out, and we're gonna use this mossy werewolf roof paint. We'll bring in the cutesy element with this roof trim, but then for the eco vibe, I'm going to copy this roof piece and bring it over to the side for a sec. I'm going to bring this in, and then holding shift on my keyboard, I'm just gonna bring in the left adjuster. We're going to give this a glass roof paint, then I'm gonna click back on this roofing that's already on the house. Holding shift again, I'm gonna bring in this adjuster, and then we're gonna take that other one and put it right on top. So we're only gonna get that glass piece hanging over. I know I'm already planning on building Knox a greenhouse. Maybe we can bring in some off-the-grid elements, but even just bringing in that simple roof trick added so much detail to the top already. This part over here is where I wanted to add the greenhouse. Over to that right side, I think I might make that into a garage. We could add a snowy escape door here. They could do some other kind of work in there. I'm not really sure yet, but for now, let's raise this up on a foundation. This is another detail that costs literally no money. Part of me wants to make this house green. I could see it being something a little lighter than that, like this could be cute. This is just a base game wallpaper. And then since I already know I want this to be a greenhouse on this side, I'm currently going in with these windows from Horse Ranch. I'm also just gonna change my roof paint for the glass pieces to this one from the greenhouse kit, so it's more of a brown and it matches a little better. I'm realizing this is pretty ambitious. Like, I've already spent 10 grand and I have not added any furniture or anything, so I'm gonna keep my patio a little simple. This is gonna be the front entryway. I might build up and expand a little later, but for now, this is what we're getting. I'm also gonna be choosing some of the cheaper wood options for now. We'll get some cheaper base game stairs. My front door can be one of the ones from Eco Lifestyle. Oh yeah, and actually a lot of the furniture from Eco Lifestyle is pretty cheap, including the windows and doors and stuff. So let me try and use a lot of that for now. Maybe we can use these ones with the tree pattern on it. For now, I am prioritizing my windows. I'm changing the greenhouse windows to the Eco Lifestyle ones just to make sure everything matches. So far, my windows are looking cute. I'm doing the same sort of thing with my windows in the back, although back here I'm also going to add another Eco Lifestyle door. We're gonna add a little terrain paint at the front here leading up. I've also just built out this small patio leading up to the garage, so I'm just gonna do some terrain paint leading to that as well. And okay, with 25,000 left, I think I'm gonna leave it like this for now for my exterior. Keep in mind we are nowhere near done yet, but I want to start focusing on the money-making possibilities. So coming inside, I'm gonna start to open all of this up, and we're gonna get a little money back just by deleting these walls. But I did want to keep the garage sectioned off, and we're also gonna need some stairs going up, so I'm just trying to use the cheapest option right now. We're going to add a cute cheap door to my greenhouse. Our flooring, again, I'm gonna try and find something that doesn't cost a whole lot to start, which $4 seems to be the cheapest, and we actually have a lot of options to work with. For wallpaper, the cheapest is around 2 simoleons. I might opt right now for like this neutral color here. I really want to focus on this greenhouse, so let's go ahead and add in some planters. I'm actually going to open up debug, and this actually opens up another menu with cheaper objects. Like this planter here is pretty big, and we can buy it for 35 simoleons. I'm focusing on adding these on the interior just so we don't run into any seasonal issues, and this way we can plant whatever we want basically. I've got 24,000 simoleons to spend still, so I can do a little decorating. We can add in these Eco Lifestyle leaves, some other Eco Lifestyle plants in the back. Oh, and that new Love Struck plant is really cute. I'm gonna add that in right here. Okay, so for now we have a greenhouse. Lots of money to be made in here, I'm sure. I'm just gonna add in some lighting, just using some base game lights. These are $50 each though, so I'm gonna be a little stingy with them. What if we use some pink flooring for our kitchen? I'm actually just gonna bring these stairs over and extend the wall here. That way there's a little more of a room to be made. And once we add this flooring, the room is gonna come together a little more. We could actually bring in a half wall as well for the same idea. And then we bring in some columns. And then here we could make an island. So it's outside of the kitchen. It looks a little more interesting than if we were to just put the islands there without the wall. And this way we could bring in some more eco elements. Like I'm adding this onto the wall behind. These are technically window planters from Spa Day. We could add a cute cheap flower on here. Oh, and these little solo planters can actually clip onto the half wall. Okay, so that area is super cute. For the actual kitchen, I still have money to spend, so I don't have to go too cheap on the appliances. I am using these horse ranch counters to kind of tie in that grunge feel. We could even realistically put counters along the other side, but I think I'd rather give them a dining table over here. So they've got room to sit over there. There's tons of space for conversation. Our oven is gonna go here. We'll use a cheaper sink in the middle, and then we still have room here for prep. I'm adding a trash can, and I'm gonna add my smoke detector, and I don't think we'll add too much more for now. I want to make sure we have room for all the essentials before I over decorate, and things so we can make more money. For our garage, this is where I want Lou to hang out. We're gonna make this spot a little more grungy. They're all into fitness, so I definitely want to add a punching bag. Did anyone have the handiness skill? Oh, okay, perfect. Lou has the level 2 of the handiness skill, so I've added a woodworking table. But then Bonnie is a creative sim, so in typical Rags to Riches manner, we need an easel. That way she can learn to paint and we can sell those. And I'm wondering if we spend more money on a good camera, would we be able to sell our photos for more money? I actually just looked it up, and apparently the better cameras can earn you more money, so I'm not gonna get the really nice ones yet. I'm gonna get this one here for $670, and we'll just leave it for her on the dining table. Maybe we can turn this into a photo studio later, so I'm gonna move on from there for now. Also, just for the moment, I'm gonna get them some cheaper living room furniture, just because I know we still have 3 bedrooms to do and a bathroom. So for now, they're not getting anything special. I'm gonna give them maybe a TV like this one for 500 simoleons. I'm gonna give them a cute bookshelf on here as well, just in case there's any skills they need to learn. I'm leaving space for more furnishings down here, so let's go upstairs. And how could we lay this out so there are 3 bedrooms involved? I guess we can close it off like that, and then maybe make this one and then one here, and then we just add a few windows here easier to open that up. That way maybe our bathroom can be in the back here, and we'll get another couple windows back there. And I'm shifting this up a little bit so I can add a door in that corner. Okay, so this one over to the side is the biggest. I'm gonna give that one to Bonnie since she started this whole thing. This one has the werewolf windows, so this one will be for Lou. And then over here, this is going to be for Knox. I'm gonna try and give all of them comfy beds right off the start. So maybe this one can be for Bonnie, although I think I have to change the wallpaper color now. Why am I kind of tempted to make this cute? I want hers to feel soft. I'm gonna give her a fluffy rug. I have an end table there. I'm gonna give her some candles. I'm giving her this mirror in the corner, and I'm also changing the color of the lighting in here. If I have enough left over, I'm gonna come back and give her a dresser. But moving on to Lou's bedroom, I'm gonna give him this bed. This is from high school years. It's a little on the cheaper side too. We can bring in a werewolf's rug. All I'm adding for him so far is a bookshelf with a candle on the bedside table. So far this is for Lou. And then moving on for Knox, we obviously have to give him the eco lifestyle bed. We can maybe add one of these bookshelves in here for him and a little eco lifestyle lamp. So even though they're super bare, now our Sims have somewhere to sleep, and all we really have to do now is add our bathroom. So I'm using wallpaper and flooring from the Home Chef Hustle stuff pack. I feel like I should use the bathtub and shower combination just for convenience purposes. So I'm using that one there from Parenthood. I guess our toilet can go right here, and then my sink can go to the right. I'm just adding in a random mirror. We need toilet paper still. That's all I'm gonna do for my bathroom for now, because since we have some extra money, I do want to add a desk in here. We could realistically place one in the back. There's like this little section of the hallway that has a little nook there, so we can add in a computer. I don't want one that's gonna break right away. Plus, this is gonna be another way that we could potentially make money, so I'm gonna use this one. That's gonna leave us with 800 simoleons, but that's okay. I have faith in our team. I'm just gonna give them a chair here, and 728 is what I'm gonna leave them with. We still have a little bit to go, so let's resume and see how much money we can make before 4:30-ish on Tuesday. So I automatically realized that some of our plans are not going to work out. The first problem is our gardening. First of all, I don't really have time to go find any crazy seeds, so I guess I'm just gonna have to purchase what's available. That's 70 simoleons, but also it's gonna take a lot longer than 24 hours for this stuff to grow. I bought 2 packets. I don't even need them. I'm gonna sell another one. I guess we'll come and plant all of this stuff, but like I said, I don't even think it's gonna be available by the time 4 o'clock comes around. I am gonna get Bonnie to come and start painting immediately, so that's gonna be 100 simoleons. And I guess at the same time we can get Lou to start crafting some furniture. Since I'm gonna have them doing that, I'm gonna actually come up and change some lot traits. We're gonna add the home studio lot trait, which means painting, writing, and woodworking usually comes out better quality. We're gonna add penny pixies, so we'll find like loose change around, and we'll add natural light, so painting and photography becomes much easier to master. Okay, everybody get to work, please. Poor Knox, I'm sure he's enjoying this, but this is kind of pointless. Bonnie and Lou are getting started on their crafting. I can already tell her painting skill is going up so much faster because of that personality trait she has. Bonnie has finished her first painting. We're gonna sell this to the collector for 161 simoleons, and she's gonna get right back into it. That actually finished pretty quickly. I think Lou also just finished his woodworking, so let's see what we can sell that for. Wait, where did all this stuff come from? Why do I have all this stuff in my inventory? I think this actually might have come from Lou when he moved in, because I had this option to sell all of the household stuff, but I didn't think he even had a house. This is great. These are gonna be extra simoleons that we can just make off of this. I'm gonna keep some stuff. I'll keep the garden planters. We can put that in the back for like future use, but all this other stuff is just gonna go. To be fair, this seems like a very cheaty way to do this. However, I wanted to make as much money as possible in 24 hours, and this is definitely a way to do it. I think in actual Rags to Riches, you're not allowed to have anyone move in with you, so this is technically not within like Rags to Riches challenge rules, but neither is the rule to have everything done in 24 hours, so technically it's still a different challenge, and I am making bank. Just like that, we're up to 49,000. All right, let's continue. Now it feels ridiculous having them paint. Like now it feels like I should just go out and recruit people. And considering my needs are still not bad, I'm gonna send Bonnie out into the world again, and I'm gonna try and have her meet someone else that we can bring into the household. I am just gonna let her eat some cereal real quick. It's around 7 o'clock. We've got about 9 hours to go. So this time I'm going out into the world. I'm gonna head to this lounge here in Tomarang. Oh my god, it's that alien's husband from before. Why is it so dark in here? I think maybe because it's the morning. And also, I think I'm gonna aim to get a girl to move in with us. Oh, I forgot how cute the Tomarang Sims are. I've never seen this Sim before, but I love that hair so much. So this is Lian. We are going to hopefully have her move in with us. Okay, to be fair, Lian was amazing. Literally, we hit it off so well, and I was able to have her move in with us, but then I found out she has the cutest little wholesome family ever. And I have feelings, you guys, okay? Like, she has a little daughter, and I think this is her dad. So I decided I would only take in single Sims who did not have an entire family supporting them. And also Lou and Nox were actually doing a terrible job at making friends. Like, so clearly the roommate hunt in Tomarang is not going well, and we wasted a little bit of time here doing this. But I know another way we can try and find roommates. So we're back home. Under the home category on the phone, you can place an advertisement to find roommates, but you need enough beds to do it. So I placed a random bed just so I could place the advertisement. I'm not sure how long this actually takes for Sims to show up for this, so we may not get lucky in time. So in the meantime, I just kept painting, and Bonnie's skill was going up so fast. Like, we got to level 4 in such a short time, but then the most random series of events started happening. Vlad ran down the street and showed up on my front porch and immediately burned to death. I don't know if he was coming as a potential roommate, but then Nox's mom showed up out of nowhere, and all three of us were just standing on the front porch, stunned and confused, and honestly, it kind of felt like we were getting busted for stealing Nox's mom's money. I'm making Nox try and get the Grim Reaper to move in with us, but like, obviously he's not having it. I don't even think you can get the Grim Reaper to move in with you without mods. I do still have one more trick up my sleeve, and that is to try out the new camera. So I started taking pictures of my new friends who were happy to oblige. Like, look how cute these turned out. I even sold some of them to the publisher, which makes Lou a published model. I got Nox to hunt for axolotls just to see what would happen. Apparently they're worth nothing and you can't sell or delete them, so I guess we have a new pet. Lou went digging for minerals as a last minute attempt for some cash, and finally, after the 24 hours was over, we ended up with 50,240 simoleons, which means I'm gonna have to double check later, but I'm pretty sure we ended up with about 85,000 simoleons in total. All right, let's first move my new gravestone to the back. I'm also going to sell this bed that I had to purchase for no reason, and I think I'm gonna start by focusing on their bedrooms. So let's start decorating this one a little more. I'm adding some starlights going along the top of the wall, and I'm also gonna add some on this back wall here too. I was thinking we move her easel upstairs. I have other plans for that garage, but for now, I think I want to give her a gallery wall with a bunch of pictures here because she's clearly gonna be an artist. And even though we're stopping after this 24 hours, I think we've set them up well enough that they're going to be okay going forward. Like, with each of their little side hustles, and now also one of them can get a job if they want to. I'm also going to be putting bows everywhere in her room just to represent like the bows in her hair. We can add some of the eco lifestyle paintings on the wall, a tree from Seasons in the corner. She also still needs a dresser. I like this one from Cats and Dogs. And then we should also have room for seating in here. So I'm going to add a couple chairs. If maybe she's painting, the other two can come sit and hang out with her. I'll add an end table back here. And I was also thinking about adding some camera equipment. A lot of the camera equipment and stuff comes with Moschino, and that's also where you can get like the sets, and it's actually a really fun little stuff pack. There's also this collection of framed art from Lovestruck, and it drives me crazy that this wall plant comes under the wall decor category. I feel like my instinct is always to go and look for it under the plant category, but here is Bonnie's bedroom. I really like the brown wallpaper that we went with in here. I was a little unsure, but I feel like it matches this cutesy aesthetic with the little bows. Over to this side, we've got our painting area, and added a little bit more clutter going on the dresser. Okay, let's move on from there. Let's go do Lou's bedroom. I wanted to use a fair amount of items here from Werewolves. Like, I was thinking we could mount these shelves and maybe be able to mount a TV in there. And then behind we could add some werewolf art. Oh wait, there's stars on there kind of. So what if we added these from Lovestruck going over top of what we just added? That's kind of fun. I did want to add some werewolf clutter on these shelves. Like some of these little statues are cute, but I also thought it would be cute to add some things from his life before. And since he didn't have a home, that could literally just include a backpack and maybe a hat or a notebook, like just little things that maybe he's carried around with him. Under here, we could add some books. Maybe we could add the voodoo doll since he's supposed to be like a prankster. Along the same lines, we could add one of the horns from high school years. On this side, I'm adding another one of the werewolf murals in a different swatch this time. And I also wanted to get him a microphone so he can practice his comedy there. We'll add some more pictures from werewolves, maybe also some posters here. I'm also adding some industrial lighting going over top of the bed. And here we have Lou's room. I love the color in here. I feel like it's totally giving like Moonwood Mill, werewolf. I also really like the clutter going on these shelves with the posters on the other side. All right, and finally, we're gonna move on to Knox's bedroom. Keeping an eye on my price, I'm almost at 15,000 spent. So I was thinking behind the bed, we could use these here from Eco Lifestyle, and then we could use one of these outdoor retreat chairs underneath the bookshelf. I'll replace this table that I have with a matching one from Outdoor Retreat, and I feel like we could give him and Lou matching rugs. Over here, I'm gonna use these wall planters from Lovestruck. Lovestruck also has this art here that matches perfectly, so I'm gonna add this in. Maybe we'll add two of them because I know there's like a vegetable swatch like this. We can make this a little more cozy over here with some pillows. I don't know if he's gonna get a dresser, but I don't think he's the kind of guy to want one. So I am going to be giving Knox a suitcase. I'm gonna add a little more clutter going on the walls. There's also this item we could add in, and I feel like they should go back and change this so it's a functional dresser. Because when you use the other hanging clothes from Dream Home Decorator with the shelf and high school years, they act as a dresser. So I feel like the same thing should apply to these base game ones, but I am also gonna add in some Eco Lifestyle curtains, maybe with just a few more plants cluttered on these shelves. And there we have Knox's bedroom. It looks so cozy in here. I love that he has the window as well. I love this cozy seating area over here. A very nature, outdoorsy focused room. All right, I'm going to go downstairs next, I think. I definitely don't need to worry about my budget quite yet, but I want to make sure I prioritize the rooms that I want to. So I already deleted the stuff from the living room because I wanted to find something a little better. So trying again to keep all of their styles in mind, I was thinking about this couch here from Cottage Living, but then we combine it with something more casual like these green beanbag chairs and maybe a table here from Eco Lifestyle. I think I can still splurge on a TV for them. I might regret that purchase, but if I do, we can come back and switch it out. And then also I had some columns used over there. I'm gonna bring those behind my TV, and then we can also bring through more of the brick, which I've also added along that back wall. And then we can get some big bookshelves on both sides. These are from Strangerville. That is like my dream bookshelf, by the way. I want that in my house. I'm gonna add a rug in the middle. This one is from Get Famous. I also really liked how that chandelier looked in the kitchen, so I think I'm gonna add a few more of those around. I also need a lot more greenery, so I'm gonna be bringing in some plants from the Blooming Rooms kit. Also, I was thinking about using this table and this one over here. Maybe we can do like a seating area near the front. Of course, some of these curtains. And I actually just found this picture from Werewolves. I never really go through these swatches because the default is just like some random vampire, and I mean, we could add that, but that is really mean. So I'm just gonna add this one here of Moonwood Mill, and I actually don't hate the frame on that. I'm adding in this barrel plant from Dine Out. And then over here, this is where I was thinking about adding just a small seating area near the entry. I'm adding a fluffy rug here from Lovestruck. We can add the moon mirror from Werewolves. And maybe on this side, we add a big painting from Lovestruck. I'm thinking we add this one. Okay, so I think we can leave our living room like this. I've added a little bit more in here. We've got some ottomans. I added some statue there from Horse Ranch. On this side, I brought some greenery around that picture, but I really like our entryway over here with that big picture in the back. I added a couple more werewolf pictures. I still have to go upstairs and finish up this room. And I was thinking up here, I could just add some fun things for them, like a game room or just a hangout room where things can be a little messier. I'm gonna add in the basement kit couch. Maybe we can give them the foosball table. It could even be a little cozier over here with with a fireplace. Oh, I forgot to show you, I did this before I started like this new wave of renovations, but this is what I did to our dining table. This is an item here from Get Together, which I pushed against the wall. I added some love struck stars just in between it with a little bit of art there, and I thought this looked so cute. I'm gonna finish this room off with a little bit of art, and there we have our hangout room hallway. That graffiti back there is from Love Struck. I think it's so cool and colorful. So I added that in. I added a little more behind the fireplace, and I also added that weird eco lifestyle wooden art piece. I think the final thing I wanted to do before I finish up the exterior was make a raid room for Lou. We've seen before that werewolves can get extremely out of control in The Sims 4 when they haven't learned how to hone their werewolf skills. So I kind of just wanted to add some things in here that Lou could freely just come in here and wreck. Like I'll add a chair, they always love to wreck those. We've got the punching bag here, but I was also thinking of splitting this room like down the middle like that. I'll add a couple other things in here like some broken mirrors and like a soccer ball. And like here we go, this can be Lou's raid room slash gym or workshop on, you know, a normal day. But then over here we have a tiny bit of space to make a photo studio. So I'm just gonna add something in here for Bonnie. I'll give her a tripod. She already has a camera, so I don't really have to give her one yet. Maybe I can change the brick to something a little nicer, and maybe I will give her a better camera just so she can really embark on her photography skill. This is the most expensive, like best one you can get. Before you reach these unlockable ones, I'm gonna keep it simple in here just because I do still want to add some stuff outside. So I did want to make sure we had enough eco lifestyle items for Knox outside. His entire life goal is to make the world a greener place, so I'm definitely including this home recycler. I've also added the dew collector. Maybe we'll leave it at that for now. I'm gonna give him a little bit of cover just in case he wanted to be working on that in the rain. And I was thinking we add a couple more planters. Listen, I know Knox didn't really perform in this experiment today, but going forward, you can make a lot of money gardening in The Sims 4, so I want to give him some extra space for that. I have 8,000 left. I have not landscaped this place at all. So I was thinking about going around with this werewolf's fence. This might get a little pricey, but I can always rely on debug landscaping if I have to. Yeah, bringing that whole thing around cost quite a bit. So what if I went in and actually cut out some spaces? Like, I don't think we'll save anything drastic, but I can cover our gaps up with plants. I mean, I've already saved a couple $100 doing this, so as long as it doesn't look too weird, I think I'll call that a win. For landscaping, I'm gonna go bb.show live edit objects and open up the landscaping debug. I've always done budget build challenges this way. I don't know why you wouldn't, because all of this landscaping is gonna cost no money and it's gonna look just as good. Right now, I'm using just base game for the landscaping. There's also some of these I could use. And yeah, this is what I was talking about with like covering it up. It's not gonna look perfect, obviously, but using that werewolf's fence is a little broken down anyway, so I feel like we'll be able to get away with it. This is just going to be really tedious. So I'm gonna finish up all of this landscaping and I'll show you when I'm done. Okay, so after everything, this is how our house turned out. Most of this landscaping is all debug, including this super cute tree in the back there. I always forget about that one. I also added some purple trees to match the rest of the trees around. In the back, I kept it kind of simple for them. All I really did was add like a picnic table with a barbecue back here. Obviously, I also did the rest of the landscaping, and I think I'm gonna leave them with that final 6,000 just so when bills come around, we're not screwed. Also, they're gonna need a little money to keep going with like painting and stuff, so we made a lot of money today. I feel like you could even exploit this further and like just invite a bunch of people to live with you. But that's all I got for you guys today. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.